So over Christmas and New Year and that, I've been sort of banking some videos. Some videos that I'm going to talk about on this channel. Some videos I'm going to talk about on Casper Vision, my second channel. But this one, I had to bank them because it was Christmas and New Year and things like that. And I didn't really have time, man. I got time to get them up and ready. So there's going to be some weird and wonderful videos coming up soon. But this one in particular just blew my mind, and I didn't want to rush it. And I just wanted to ask you about it, talk to you about it, and see what the F is going on. Because this is crazy, man. I'm going to show you some videos. But first of all, I want to show you a video about Tucker Carlson. So if you don't know who Tucker Carlson is, I've literally just Googled it because I've seen him around and things like that on TikTok, and it's not somebody I know much about. But Tucker Carlson, or Tucker Samsonite. I was way off. I knew it started with an S though. Tucker Carlson, it's a mouthful, is an American conservative political communicator, conspiracy theorist, and writer who hosted the nightly political talk show Tucker Carlson Tonight on Fox News from 2016 to 2023. Since his contract with Fox News was terminated, he has hosted... Yeah, what? I can't remember why he got terminated. I can't remember why his contract got terminated. It's probably something he said. I'm not too sure. So basically, the video that I saw going around on TikTok was he was interviewed and somebody asked him a question. It was something like, you mentioned 2 things that you're too afraid of, too afraid to answer, I should say. And these are the 2 things that, like, one of them was like something to do with the voting system and something like that. But one that actually interested me, well, they both sort of interested me, but one, I tried to stay away from politics, to be fair. It's the fastest way to divide a community, right? Anyway, but the thing that has really interested me is the question about aliens, mate. Listen to this. This is absolutely... I don't think I've listened to the whole thing because it started getting really interesting. And then I stopped it. I was like, no, I want to listen to this live.
Morning, and
here we go.
I'll just leave it there. The second thing that bothers me is the UFO story, and the more you dig into that and talk to people with actual knowledge of it, again, that's another story where there are some fanciful ideas floating around that are just there's no evidence that they're true. But if you talk to people who have actual knowledge of it that they gathered themselves, there are parts of that story that I do not understand at all that are really, really, really dark. It's so dark that I haven't told my wife about it. I mean, I haven't verified any of this, but this is not just stuff that I read on the internet. I know you all are very...
What could be so dark about aliens that you can't even speak to your missus about? That's fucking scary, man.
Very grounded in that story, so I think I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff there that's just like, man, I'm not even sure what that means. There's a spiritual component there that I don't fully understand. So yes, that story...
A spiritual component? So is that like, oh my God. So is he talking almost like gods of some sort? Or is he talking about our ability to connect spiritually with these aliens or something like that? Mate, that's weird as shit.
Story bothers me. And I think, last thing I'll say, that one of the reasons that we've had all these disclosures and all of these, 10 whistleblowers at this point, and it hasn't really become front page news. Part of it's suppression. Parts of the government don't want you to know about it, but part of it is the public can't deal with it. It's too far out. The implications are too profound. And so, and I understand that. Because I've heard things where I'm just like, oh man, I don't even really want to know that, honestly.
You don't really want to know that. And this is somebody that had a job of searching for answers, searching for the truth, and he doesn't want to know that?
Deeply disturbing stuff. Forget like saucers and technology. It's deeply disturbing stuff that I haven't even told Natalie. Yep. I agree with you. It's so disturbing. Exactly. I can't even tell my kids. My kids ask me different stories about it, and I won't say it because it's so dark. It's so dark.
What was that about? Maybe he's just already connected to the aliens there.
Totally agree.
Miles is watching. So.
Okay, Miles, if you're watching the show, Daddy's not going to tell you about that part of the UFO.
There's another clip I'm going to show you in a second about what he talks about. Unless he starts talking about it now, I'm going to show you another clip he starts talking about. And I've got some more clips for you, mate. Whoa!
UFO stuff and what's going on with the government.
Well, can I say one thing? They've known clearly, I mean, this is, I think, established, and I feel comfortable saying this as fact. The U.S. government, I mean, these are real, whatever they are. They're not human. And the government has known that for a long time, possibly going back to the 1930s at least. And, of course, there's tons of evidence in the written record, in the physical record, in paintings, and in literature, that people have been seeing and interacting with these things for a long time. So we know that. But the justification one often hears is, well, the government, various presidents who have been read in, not all have been, haven't wanted to disclose this because it would scare people. And I've always thought that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, you're hiding a crime, which they are, by the way, in my opinion. But I do think there's a sense in which that's not totally crazy. Like, there is some stuff, if it's true, and I'm kind of thinking it may be true, that's so radical that, yeah, well, as we both said, we don't want to tell the people we love most about it because.
Do you think that's, mate? That's because I think that sometimes you can go down the route of the government's against us and they all care about themselves and they're all corrupt and things like that, right? But there could be an element. Sometimes I think that when you think something about someone or something in such a way, you tend to only, like, your natural default view is to go straight to that. No, I don't trust them. No, I don't believe them. No, they're against us, But I think that sometimes you might have to just sometimes take a step back, open up a little bit and just go, okay, hang on a second. So what he's saying there is they actually could be, the government, say, for example, they could be saying, look, we need to look after if they knew this, it could be the end of XYZ, whatever, And I think I remember seeing an interview of somebody else that said something like about if the truth came out about aliens, it would disrupt the whole planet because it would counter everything we knew or know or assumed or believed about God and our existence. So that would so that people would be like, no, we need to keep this hush hush. Now, I'm not saying that that's the truth, because look, at the end of the day, we're just throwing out accusations and throwing out ideas because nobody's telling us, okay? But maybe this is what he's talking about. Maybe this is what he's saying, which is too dark. And it'd be interesting to find out if, is he religious? Does he believe in God, or is he atheist? Is he agnostic? I don't know.
It's like, why would you, disturb someone like that? So I kind of get that. I hate to admit it. I'm not arguing for hiding things. I believe in the truth and I believe in disclosure, but I understand the impulse. Like, holy smokes, this is heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the government's involvement in it makes it even heavier because then you realize the complicity.
Exactly.
Of it. Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about the same thing. I can tell. Okay.
Should I go?
No. This is what we used to talk about in commercial breaks all the time. This is the kind of stuff. Anyway.
So at the time, I never would have believed any of that. But now I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's me.
No.
So the other clip that I wanted to show you was this one. This is where he talks about aliens never left. Okay? They've always been here, and they always will. Listen to this.
U.S. government employees seem to believe that these objects are coming from under the oceans. So the conventional view is they're coming in from outer space. There's not actually a lot of, if something enters the atmosphere, we can see it on satellite, and there's not any evidence of that, actually. Maybe it's happening, but we don't know that it is. There's a lot of evidence these things are coming out of the ocean, including videotape, of these objects coming out of the water at high speed, or even more amazing, descending at Mach 3 into the water. And then, of course, we have a huge submarine fleet. What the fuck? Then we have a huge submarine fleet, American, but also Chinese and Russian, underwater with pretty sensitive measurement devices, sonar, etc. And they have recorded these objects doing hundreds of knots underwater. These things are moving at impossibly high speeds. If I take a 45 ACP, a 45 caliber handgun and fire it at you underwater in, say, a swimming pool, 50 feet away, you can catch the bullet because the resistance is so strong from the water that objects can't move that fast underwater. We know that, but they are, and they're moving without any visible means of repulsion.
It's like the film Abyss. And what is it? What percentage have we discovered of the ocean? 5%. 5%. We've discovered. Hang on. It might be shocking to find out, but only 5% of the ocean has been explored and charted by humans. The rest, especially its depth, are still unknown. Imagine if all of the alien sightings, all of the UFO sightings are literally in the water, right on us, right on our doorstep, mate, and we didn't even know. Oh my God, that would be absolutely incredible. And it sort of makes sense, right? I mean, how many times have we seen footage of UFOs speeding across the Atlantic and just ocean, just boosh, you know? And these jet fighters like trying to fight these things or trying to track them over the water. Man, that's crazy. We invest all this money looking up into the stars and the sky and that, but we don't invest half as much, a quarter of much, I'd imagine, into the actual ocean. Imagine if they put all that money that they did landing on the moon, right? And they put it into exploring the ocean. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. You may have seen it already, but I wanted to talk to you about it. There's two.
Con el mío sí se alcanza a ver bien, güey. Ahorita se los paso. Sí, güey.
Look, oh, right, typical. Look at that!
Sí, sí es una nave. No mames, güey.
He zooms in a minute.
Ya nos llevó la verga.
I'm trying to pause it to get a...
No, pues nada.
Like, what the hell, man? It's like some... It looks like coral of some sort.
Nadie, pero es que hasta parece como una estrella de mar.
And then if you can, when it zooms in even more, look at the almost like the carvings in it. Because in the next video, I'm going to show you something else.
No, sí le valió verga, eh.
¿De dónde? Y nos empezó a ver que estábamos bien atentos sobre ellos, mira, como diciendo, para que me vean bien. ¿Y por qué ya bajó más?
Look, here we go. Look at this zoom in. What the hell is that, man? Because, right, let me pause it. So, here, just look at these details here, right? How, it's just so strange how the shape of this, you would think it would need to be aerodynamic, right? But you don't know. This could be super aerodynamic because of the way it's like got the intricate sort of carvings or whatever. I'm not too sure, man. I'm just trying to think about this thing. Wow. Like, what? It's got a mouth of some sort, like a funnel here. Look at it. It's like a crystal of some sort. What the actual F is going on here, man? Because maybe as it travels, like the wind hits this and almost like a fan, so it spins as it goes forward, and that's what hits that's what gives it the momentum. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to show you another video now because that's pretty much done. But look, check this one out. This one here, mate, is very similar. Like, what the actual F is this thing glowing up, mate?
What is that? I'm not even tripping. Oh, that's so scary. Oh my god. Like, I'm not tripping, right? That's... What is that? That's in our sky right now. I think this is it. I think this is them aliens.
What the hell?
Ever living fuck is that? Oh my god, that's so scary. What is that? I'm not even tripping.
Because look, this is what I'm saying about these, like the carvings on this one as well.
Oh, that's so scary.
Because didn't the whistleblower say that there's hundreds of different types of alien and hundreds of different types of spacecraft?
Oh my god.
Look!
Like, I'm not tripping, right? That's... What is that?
I don't know, mate. You keep on asking. I ain't got a clue, man. But look at this thing. What's the shape all about?
That's in our sky right now.
What's Tucker Carlson so afraid of? He can't even talk to his missus about. That's pretty damn freaky. Do you think that the aliens are coming from the water, from the ocean? And also, what do you reckon about those two alien footage, mate? Those UFO footage. Are they UFOs? Are they just a different type of UFOs or UAP? Or are they just like air balloons, like wind balloons, whatever they are, weather balloons? What do you reckon? Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.